meeting to order. And for your pleasure this morning, Mr. Phil Lewis will lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Allen. Auger.
Here.
Guerrero.
Here.
Davis.
Here.
Ford. Frost. Gillum.
Here.
Hernandez.
Here.
O'Shea.
Here.
Ishmael. Kazarek.
Here.
Leonard.
Here.
Lewis.
Here.
Martin. Molina. Sanchez. Shefflo.
Here.
Silva. Smith.
Present.
Sterrett. Thomas.
Here.
Wegman.
Here.
Winnicki.
Here.
Thank you. We have a forum. Now we have presentation approval of the minutes from Bruce Burrell. Farmer seconds. Is there discussion on these minutes? Any additions? Ready to vote? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. That carried. Now we have a presentation approval of bills and commissioner per diem for April 2018. So if you'd like to move that, Mr. Davis, Mr. Frost seconds. Is there discussion on this? Now it's your favorite. It's a roll call vote.
Auger.
Yes.
Guerrero.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Frost. Gillum.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
O'Shea.
Yes.
Kazarek.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Molina.
Yes.
Shefflo.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Thomas. Wegman. Winnicki.
Yes.
It is approved. Under the agenda, we have a presentation of 2633. The resolution is whereas the Finance Department of the Forest Reserve has qualified for the Government Financial Officers Association Certificate Achievement for Excellence in Finance Reporting for the 6th consecutive year. And whereas the Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, CAFR, for the fiscal year ended 2017 qualifies for the GFOA Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Reporting. The Certificate of Achievement is the highest form of recognition in governmental accounting and financial reporting, and its attainment represents a significant accomplishment by a government and its management. And whereas when the Certificate of Achievement is awarded to a government, an award of financial reporting achievement is also presented to the individuals or the department designated by the government as primary responsible for having earned the certificate, and whereas CAFR has been judged to be by an impartial panel to meet the high standards of the program, which includes demonstrating a constructive spirit of full disclosure, to clarify communication with financial reporting, and to motivate potential users and user groups to read the CAFR. And now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Forest Reserve District of Kane, we do hereby recognize the efforts and work of the Finance Department and all of its staff for its achievements for the 6th consecutive year. I'll need a motion, and I'd like to introduce Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith was and Mr. Davis.
How are you, Mr. Davis?
Davis and they move it Smith and second. Would you like to introduce your staff, sir?
Sure. We have our staff here today, which really staff is the reason that we're able to achieve this award with all the details. So we have Sam, Melissa, Val, Anna, and Dave. So I'd like to thank them for all their hard work.
their achievements and their ability to produce and read spreadsheets.
Pretty big deal, I think. 6 years in a row. 1 year's good, 2 years better, but 6 years is outstanding. So thank you very much for your good work. Now, well, I guess we have to vote on it. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Yeah, no. Oh. See, it's approved. Welcome, Mr. Ford. Okay, under bids and proposals, 2634, resolution authorizing the change order for review fees for the Union Pacific Railroad at the Raymond Street Tunnel project. Who would like this? Oh, Becky Gillum and Lenny Walker. Does anybody want to hear about the tunnel? How many years has it been there? How many years would it?
It's the first time that it got damaged was in 2008. But this particular project, 2012, we've been working on engineering to put this tunnel in. It's been a while. We're working on it for a while.
It's when you deal with the railroads, you know. Thank God they don't haul a lot of people on that line. We have to go there. We have to voice. No, we have to have a roll call unless there's discussion. We have to get a motion for the northern factions.
I'm so sorry. Yes.
The northern factions of county. All right, we ready to vote?
Auger,
Yes.
Guerrero,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Frost,
Yes.
Gillum,
Yes.
Hernandez,
Yes.
O'Shea,
Yes.
Kazaric,
Yes.
Leonard, Lewis,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Molina,
Yes.
Shefflo,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Wakeman,
Yes.
Winnicki.
Yes.
To approve resolution 2635, housing authorizing change order number 1 for Carmichael Construction for the firearm system at the National Resource Building. Mr. Frost moves. Okay. Barbara Winnicki seconds. Is there discussion on this? We're ready to vote.
Auger,
Yes.
Guerrero,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Frost,
Yes.
Gillum,
Yes.
Hernandez,
Yes.
O'Shea,
Yes.
Kazaric,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Molina, Shefflo,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Wakeman,
Yes.
Winnicki.
Yes.
It's approved. 2636, resolution regarding the acceptance of a purchase of wetland plots at the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service NAWCA Grant Restoration Project at the Fingry Grove Forest District. Fingry Grove, Mr. Smith wants plugs. These are not air plugs. These are wetland plugs. By Becky seconds. Discussion? Ready to go.
Auger,
Yes.
Guerrero,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Frost, Gillum,
Yes.
Hernandez,
Yes.
O'Shea,
Yes.
Kazaric,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Martin, Molina, Shefflo, Smith,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Wakeman,
Yes.
Winnicki.
Yes.
Motion's approved. 2637, resolution accepting a RFP for the marsh bird study at the Dick Young Fingry Forest Reserve. Somebody make that, we'll have a presentation by our wildlife biologist. Who will move this? Barbara Winnicki votes. Bill Leonard seconds. Bill, would you like to make a presentation, sir?
Sure.
All right, so first I'd like to thank the board for giving me this opportunity to give you a little background information about this project before you, the Secretive Marshbird Project. Just to dispel that, the project itself isn't secretive. Obviously, we're here talking about it on BATV. It's the birds themselves that are secretive. So I'm going to give you background on what's affecting those birds, a little bit more about what they are, why we would like this information, and what we're going to use it for.
Speak closer.
Sure.
Step closer to the mic.
So in the United States, about 50% of all the wetlands that ever were here have been destroyed. And in states like Illinois, the loss rate was even higher. Illinois has loss rates of wetland at about 90%. Kane County probably has similar wetland loss rates. And also, the county here has continued to change. The population's grown by over 100% since the 70s. So I think it's pretty obvious when you have the wetlands drained and destroyed what happens to the birds and the things that use them. But fortunately, not all wetlands got destroyed. There are some nice ones left in the county, but they're existing in an ever-changing landscape. This is an example of a wetland in Sugar Grove Township. Aerial photos probably from the late 80s. This is the same area now. So the whole upland around that wetland's been built out, and that changes how much water goes into the wetland, how fast it enters, the nutrient levels and other chemicals that are in there. And those changes in nutrients and hydrology can cause more invasive species to be present, like common reed, Phragmites. And when these species take over, they really bump out the native species, plant and wildlife. So wetlands are really diverse places. There are numerous species of fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds that all use these areas. Some of them use them all year round. Some of them use them part of the year. They're not all secretive. This is a mallard. Most of you probably know what they look like. They use marshes a good chunk of the year. American white pelican, a popular guest of Nelson Lake Marsh. Not very secretive. When they're there, you can see them from Nelson Lake Road. Yellow-headed blackbird, state endangered species. Not terribly secretive if you know where to look. Obviously, they have the bright yellow head, but they're dependent on open water marshes. Sandhill cranes use marshes too. Also not very secretive. They make quite a bit of noise and a ruckus when they're in the area. But there's these other groups of marsh birds that use these wetlands for all aspects of their life, from feeding, resting, and nesting. Most of them don't vocalize a lot, and they're well camouflaged. An example would be bitterns, rails, and grebes. There we go. Oh, I advanced a couple. So this is a Virginia rail, pretty small bird, probably only 8 inches high, hides right in the cattails, very difficult to see, doesn't vocalize a lot. You can see it blends in really nicely. Same with this least bittern, state-listed species. They stand really still while they hunt, and you don't get to see a lot of them either. Okay, so this is just a sandhill crane on the nest. You can see when they want to be secretive, they can be. So these secretive marsh birds can be indicators of the health of wetlands. They're very vulnerable to changes in water level, the amount of insects that are there, the plant composition and structure of the plants. Birders really like them because they're hard to find. Many of them are thought to be declining, but there's not a lot of data on them, so the Fish and Wildlife Service invented this inventory and monitoring protocol for them.
Sorry, I'm not sure why it's doing that.
Having some technical difficulties. All right, so why do we need to know about these birds now? Well, when the last referendum was up for proposal, the district proposed some pretty ambitious projects to restore and enhance a few preserves. One among them is Dick Young Forest Preserve, where Nelson Lake Marsh is. It's really long been known for its diverse plant and animal communities. There's been a history of drainage, temps, mining, and agriculture, and these changes in hydrology and invasive plants have really taken their toll. So our department's looking at doing restoration on the plant community and also looking into putting in a water control structure to gain control of the water levels. Same thing at Pingree Grove Marsh. It's one of the bigger marshes in the county, also has altered hydrology, invasive plants, and changing vegetation structure. So we're also going to evaluate the possibility of putting in a water control structure and doing restoration and removal of invasive plants there too. So before you embark on projects like that, it's really important to know the existing conditions, especially when you're going to potentially manipulate the water levels and you have these species that are really susceptible to change. So we put out an RFP for a 4-year study, 2 years before management, 2 years after, to see what the impacts would be on these secretive marsh birds. Document their presence, learn how many are there, and evaluate the effects of our management. So the contractor will go out to established points 3 times a year, and these birds don't call much on their own, but if you broadcast their calls out into the marsh, they'll call back. So you hear them, you denote where they are, how far, and they can use that information to estimate how many are there. So what we're going to get out of the project is 4 years of data, 2 years pre, 2 years post, learn about the marsh bird species that are there, estimate the number of breeding pairs, learn if we have endangered and threatened species there, and most importantly, just evaluate the effects of our management so we know we're doing the right thing and benefiting these species. So we'll hopefully have healthier habitat, happy birds, and happy birders too. So I can take a question if you have any, but that's it.
Thank you very much, Paul. I love your enthusiasm about this. Of course, you have to be enthusiastic to do your job. We have to do it before, but we didn't have time for that today, but that was pretty cool.
Yeah, no turtles today, sorry.
Now we need a vote. All in favor of the roll call? Almost missed it.
Allen. Auger.
Yes.
Guerrero.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Frost. Gillum.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
O'Shea.
Yes.
Zarek.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Martin. Molina.
Yes.
Shefflo.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Wegman.
Yes.
Winnicki.
Yes.
It's approved. 2638, resolution authorizing the acceptance of the second-year option in the water block and payment LLP for audit services. Mr. Davis, would you like to move that?
I will.
Second. Ms. Wakeman? Yes, there you are. You see, this was so quiet over there. Is there any discussion on this? We'll have a roll call.
Allen. Auger.
Yes.
Guerrero.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Frost. Gillum.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
O'Shea.
Yes.
Ishmael. Excuse me. Zarek.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Molina. Shefflo.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Wegman.
Yes.
Winnicki.
Yes.
Approved under grants, we have 2639, resolution authorizing an LWCF acquisition grant submission for the Mill Creek Greenway addition. Mr. Frost moves it. Barbara Winnicki seconds. Is there discussion on this? Seeing none, we can vote.
Allen. Auger.
Yes.
Guerrero.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Frost.
Yes.
Gillum.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
O'Shea.
Yes.
Zarek.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Martin. Molina. Shefflo.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Wegman.
Yes.
Winnicki.
Yes.
It's approved under business 2640, resolution authorizing commissioners' expense attending the 2018 IAPD-IPRA annual conference in Chicago. Mr. Frost moves. Deborah Allen seconds. Any discussion? We're ready to vote.
Allen. Auger.
Yes.
Guerrero.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Frost. Gillum.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
O'Shea.
Yes.
Zarek.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Molina.
Yes.
Shefflo.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Wegman. Winnicki.
Yes.
It's approved under ordinances 0546. Ordinance for the annual budget and appropriation for the fiscal year 2018 district to stay conservative and plan for the future. I strongly recommend it. I thank staff for reaching out to all the board members to offer to talk to them and those that were able to talk. Now we need a motion. Mr. Davidson, would you make it, please?
I will.
Mr. Lewis will second it. Mr. Davis, would you like to speak?
A lot of people to thank. I think I guess the word commitment comes to mind.
Can't hear you.
Sorry. Commitment of the staff to produce the document that we have to read and review and critique and eventually approve. A commitment to living within our means and in our, this is a balanced budget, but not in some smoke and mirror kind of way. The additional revenues that we have more than cover the new expenses that we have. Where we've grown, we've done it in a sensible way that will produce efficiencies. We've tried to recharacterize some of the monies in ways that we think will continue to have our general fund be diversified and stable without forgetting our commitments to our obligations, whether it be the ice rink or Cougar Stadium or to our employees. So this represents a lot of hard work, and I appreciate all the time that everybody took to come and sit down with us where staff made it look like I was presenting it to you. And to those of you that I did not get to, I'll start earlier next time. I apologize. But this is a good budget, and I do recommend it.
Any other comments? Yes?
President, guy who requested we turn the lights on, I have a personal report.
Very good, Mr. Singh. He always taps into these opportunities. If you can, late night TV, real late when the evening comes on. We're ready to vote.
Al?
Aye.
Auger?
Yes.
Guerrero?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Ford?
Yes.
Braz? Gillum?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
O'Shea?
No.
Zarek?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Lewis?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Molina?
Yes.
Shefflo?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Wegman?
Yes.
Nikki?
Yes.
Ordinance is approved under land acquisition 2641, authorizing the land acquisition of 1.35 acres in Rutland Township adjacent to the Game Forest Reserve. Maggie, would you like to move that? Maggie wants to move. Becky Gill, would you like to second that? She wants to second. This is a small piece of land that's going to fit right in. It's a perfect fit, and then we acquired it at a reasonable cost. Ready to vote?
Allen?
Aye.
Auger?
Yes.
Guerrero?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Ford?
Yes.
Braz? Gillum?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
O'Shea?
Yes.
Zarek?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Lewis?
Yes.
Martin? Molina? Shefflo?
Yes.
Smith? Thomas?
Yes.
Wegman?
Yes.
Winnick?
Yes.
It's approved under 2642, resolution authorizing land acquisition of 1/2 acre in Dundee Township adjacent to the Fox River Shores Forest Reserve. Maggie Auger moves, Becky Gillen second. Again, this is a nice small parcel that adds to an existing preserve. Ready to vote?
Allen?
Aye.
Auger?
Yes.
Guerrero?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Ford?
Yes.
Braz?
Yes.
Gillum?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
O'Shea?
Yes.
Zarek?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Lewis?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Molina?
Yes.
Sanchez?
Yes.
Shefflo?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Thomas?
Yes.
Wegman?
Yes.
Winnicki?
Yes.
Approved under agreements 2643, resolution authorizing the collateral assignment of the license agreement with Cougars Baseball Partnership and the American Sport Enterprises. Who would like to move this? Deborah Allen moves. Mr. Foss seconds. Mr. Neat to discuss it.
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Frost,
Yes.
Gillum,
Yes.
Hernandez,
Yes.
O'Shea,
Yes.
Kazari,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Lewis,
Yes.
Martin, Molina, Sanchez,
Yes.
Shefflo,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Wakeman,
Yes.
Winnicki.
Yes.
It's approved. Next one, number 2644, resolution authorizing a grant of access and utility easement with Verizon Wireless at the Buffalo Park Forest Reserve. Thank you. Offer moves. Becky Gillum seconds. Ready to vote?
Allen, Auger,
Yes.
Guerrero,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Frost, Gillum,
Yes.
Hernandez,
Yes.
O'Shea,
Yes.
Kazari,
Yes.
Leonard, Lewis,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Molina, Sanchez,
Yes.
Shefflo,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Wakeman,
Yes.
Winnicki.
Yes.
Approved under new business the appointments of the Forest Reserve District Committees. I need a motion. Mr. Kajar moves. Mrs. Allen seconds. The addition to this is Mr. Ron Ford will be back on board. Thank you for joining us again, Mr. Ford. No training for this guy. He's a veteran. Thank you. All in favor, this is a voice off. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Both same sign. We don't need a closed session. Communications, we have handouts, photon fishing and the tree line. And let's see, I was going under President's comments, ask Tracy Smith if she could comment about our renewal of our insurance.
Good morning, everyone. So, with our health insurance this year, you might recall last year we switched it over to a fiscal year basis, so this is our second time that we're on a fiscal year basis with our health insurance. We just completed our open enrollment last week, and so all that seemed to go pretty smoothly. As far as what changes have occurred with our health insurance this time around is we don't have any plan design changes. We did not recommend any plan design changes. On the health insurance front, we are still obviously with Blue Cross Blue Shield. The PPO part of the insurance, it went up 4.8%, and the HMO went up 1.5%. And then with the, we had vendor changes on our vision and our dental. We went from Guardian Dental to MetLife, and we have a, for the, whenever we switched over to Guardian to MetLife, we actually incurred a decrease of 8.3%, which was great. And then with the vision, we went from VSP to IMED. Now, we did have a slight increase. We would have had, if we would have stayed with, I should point out, if we would have stayed with Guardian, we were looking at a 15% increase. So that was part of the impetus for us to switch over to MetLife. And then with vision, we are going with, we went from VSP to IMED. There is a slight increase there, but we're under a 4-year rate guarantee with that increase as well. And whenever I say a slight increase for the family, it's going up from like $10.45 to a little over $11. So it's a small increase with the vision. And then also we added a component for the employees to purchase. We already offer a basic life and accident, death, and dismemberment. The district provides that up to $50,000. It's either one times the employee's salary or up to $50,000. And then this year we also offered the employees that they could do additional life insurance up to $500,000 for themselves, $300,000 for their spouses. So, and there's also a child component in there as well. So that's really the gist of our changes. The other thing that the HR department, I have to give tons of credit to Betsy Scaletta, the HR specialist. She put together this beautiful booklet. This is Bill's Sandhill Crane here on the front, and it's our benefits guide. So this is what we're going to do. It outlines all of our benefits that we have here with the Forest Preserve, and we're going to use it for internal employees to be able to look, and there's contact information for each of our vendors in the back, but we'll also use it for a recruitment tool that we can put online and for our new employees. So thanks to Betsy for spearheading this and putting this together. Other than that, any questions?
Thank you very much. Now we need a motion to put the reports on file. Mr. Leonard moves. Mr. Lewis seconds. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Oh, she's ready now. She's got her hand up. Now we need a motion to adjourn. All right, Mr. Wagman moves. Mr. Smith seconds. We do Ms. Heyman moves. Mr. Russell, yeah. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed,